Now let us just, yes. Find the presentation. And so as you see today, we continue just speaking about presenting complaint. And so this is unit 1. And so, and I will just, yes, I will the screen one more time. So we can see it full screen. Can you see the slide?
No, doctor.
Yes. Can you?
No, yes.
Now, is it full screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Now, your home assignment was to complete the exercises. One of the just tasks, vocabulary exercises, and I have some comments on this task. Almost everyone has done it correctly. Yes, maximum score for vocabulary task. Don't forget to handwrite. It should be done in handwriting. Don't forget to write your name at the top of the page and the group number, because on the Moodle site I have just the list of 70 students, and so it's I don't remember which group you are, and you should write your group number so I can easily find your group and your name in my journal. So, and here you can see the correct sentence for 2.2 exercise. The first patient that we have to describe his problem. So his diagnosis was angina pectoris, and so this is the correct version. It's like a tightness across my chest because the pain is located in chest, and it goes up into my neck, preposition into and neck instead of neck. We can also use jaw, and into my left shoulder and down to the left arm. And the second just sentence about another person should be like, it starts in the loin and it goes into the groin and down into the testicle. So this is about vocabulary exercises. And then the task was to complete a grammar exercise, and there were more mistakes there. Yeah. So here are some typical mistakes. First, we should understand the difference between direct and indirect questions, and we were speaking about this during our last class last week. And so, for example, so question number 2, where we had to put the words in the correct order, was actually direct question. That is why the order of words should be like the question phrase, then the verb and the subject. It should be how far is it to the airport? Not like it is, but is it? Yes, it's possible to use the airport after the question word, how far to the airport is it? But anyway, the order of words should be is it. But it's better to use the information, to put the information about the place and time at the end of the question. And as for the next sentence, this is number 8. That was another type of question. That was the Mhm. Yes, that was indirect question. That is why, so the order of words should be different. So it starts with, do you know, then what time, and then we should have subject, which is followed by a verb. What time you will arrive tomorrow, not will you, but you will arrive. So this is the correct order of words. And there were a lot of mistakes with these two sentences, number 4 and number 5, because both of them are about one and the same thing. But the types of questions are different. The first type, the first sentence, number 4, this is the direct question. That is why it should follow the pattern, like question phrase, then the verb, auxiliary verb, then subject, and the rest of the verb. So how long have they been married? This is the right way to ask the question, and it's okay here on the student's paper. But the second question, which is number 5, is indirect, so we should change the order of words. So it starts with, do you know? And then the second part, how long they have been married. It means we first use the subject and the verb. So how long, not have they, but they have been married. So this is the difference. Do you understand the difference in these questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about the home assignment? No, okay. Well, and anyway, you can see your grades on the Moodle side and on the university side, but I haven't transferred the grammar marks to university side. I haven't done it yet, so I'll do it just this week later. And
Doctor,
yes,
is the maximum is a 10 for the grade?
yes, maximum score is 10. Yes.
Okay.
I actually didn't change. The Moodle shows that maximum score is 100, but it's 10 actually. Mhm. Well, okay. So how many? 7 students. Well, so Abdelrahman, are you here?
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
Okay. So then Ahmad. Ahmad, hello.
Yes, I am.
Muhammad Aib.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Mhm. Zaina.
Present.
Okay. Mandil Hussein Abdul Karim Khatum. Hello. No. Minus Muhammad Yam.
Present, doctor.
I see. Nabil. Mohammed Nabil. No. Absent. Tala.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Khalil.
Present.
And Furalai can't join us, so it should be 7. Just a minute. Okay. Well, now let us just move to the next slide. Here is the information about Dr. Gillian Henderson. This is the reading task. We are going to read about Dr. Henderson, a cardiologist. And question, what does being a cardiologist involve? So this is one of the medical professions. What does it involve?
The heart.
So she deals with heart diseases, right? And what
Yes,
does,
and body circulation,
will you repeat, please?
body blood circulation.
Exactly, yes, vessels and this kind of thing. Well, and this is the beginning of your story. Now let us read it paragraph by paragraph, just trying to remember this information. And one more question: have you just downloaded the book which I have sent to the group?
Yes, teacher.
So does it mean that you
Yes, I did.
can see the text in the book now? Can you see the text in the book? I mean, you may just like, I don't know, I don't think it's convenient just to open another window with the book, or please print out several pages from the book. For example, next class we'll be dealing with the unit 2. Please, just you should have unit 2 papers. Okay, anyway, let's get started and let us read and listen to Abdelrahman. Start reading, please.
Okay, doctor. My name is Dr. Henderson. I'm a cardiologist at a London hospital. The highly trained team of which I am part deals with the diagnosis, investigation, and treatment of patients with all forms of heart disease, including cardiac transplantation and some sorts of vesicular disease.
Let's stop here. Let's stop here. So you can see what this department deals with: the diagnosis, investigation, treatment of heart diseases. Okay, so and if we have a look at the at this phrase, vascular disease, what does it mean, vascular?
Blood vessels.
Yes, you're right, relating to blood vessels. Okay, so now let us listen to Ahmad. Continue reading, please. Ahmad, hello.
Doctor,
Yes.
I'm sorry for being late, but I lost my internet connection. So
Who is speaking?
I joined you. Mohammed Nabil.
Mohammed Nabil.
Nabil.
I see. Okay. Yes. I see, Nabil. Is Ahmad here?
Yes, I am. So none of our work would be possible without the support of other people in the hospital team. The trach nurses, the residentists, and so on. Their works is vital to the smooth running of the department. When is taken name, address, telephone numbers, and next of kin for contact in case of emergency, and other information such as GPA's name and address, their NHS number, and their unique hospital number.
Yes, when patients arrive for the first time, personal information is taken. Okay, so here is the information about the people working for this department. So triage nurses, just the receptionists, and about the information which is taken from the patients. I would like you to look at the phrase. So this is name, address, telephone number. Now, next of kin for contact in case of emergency. Who are they, next of kin? So what kind of people are they? If, for example, you are asked to give information about next of kin, So what will you say? Yes?
It's like
Doctor?
the people who are. Oh,
It's about the person close living relative throughout, about blood ledger revelation.
This is the relatives, yes? The relatives of the patient. Well, and so the connection is not good. So, and if we have a look at the abbreviations here, GP's name, for example, here, and abbreviation, yes, what does GP stand for?
general practitioner.
Practitioner, yes, and NHS. These letters, what do they mean? So this is like, which country is it, by the way? Where does she work, Dr. Henderson? Which country is it? The first lines, she says, London, and this is United Kingdom, right? So this is the service, and its name of the service is different in different countries. Here, this
National Health Service,
is
maybe.
exactly National Health Service number here. Okay, now let us continue, and we have 2 more paragraphs here on this slide, and now let us listen to Muhammad Aib, please.
Okay. We deal with a large catchment area and also deal with referrals from outside the area, tourists, visitors to A&E, private patients, and so on. So the potential for confusion is great unless the data that are taken are accurate and the system secure.
Okay, so you see, she speaks about the people who come to the hospital, and it's very important to be accurate. Well, and the next piece of information is for Zaina.
Okay, at various stages of patient's contact with the hospital, information is checked to make sure it is correct and that the patients can confirm their identity. For example, on arrival at a clinic, patients might be asked their GP's number or part of their telephone number, for example, the last 3 numbers. Then, during the consultation, a nurse or a doctor might
Okay,
also ask
let's stop here, because this is I see you are reading from the book. I mean that here this information is about how important it is to be accurate, yeah. And the last piece of information, let us read, and let us listen to whom? Mohammad Via, please.
Then during the consultation, a nurse or a doctor might also ask their date of birth. All this is for the benefit of the patient to ensure the hospital team does not make mistakes and people do not use patients' details fraudulently. We can then turn to dealing with the patient's treatment and safety.
The word fraudulently, so this is fraud, this is some relating to involving deception or just using some information for criminal purposes, illegal activity. Well, and now if we move to the next slide, we can see here several statements. All the statements are true. Let us find the information in the text to support each statement. And now, Nabil, will you read the first statement here?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Dr. Henderson's.
Yeah, do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes,
Ah,
yes, we can hear
Dr.
you.
Henderson's team is very skilled.
Yes, what does the text say about this?
It's true.
Can you read from the book, Nabil? It's true. All of them are true. What does Dr. Henderson say about this? Yes, Tala?
The highly trained team.
Okay, okay, yes. So she said that this is a highly trained team. Now please, Tala,
The second, right?
right?
The second, the work of her team depends on the support of the other people. It's not correct.
All the statements are true. They are all true, but you should find the sentence, the
sentence.
information in the text that supports this statement. What does the text say about this? That it depends on other people. Can you read from the book, Hala?
I will, doctor, just 1 second.
I see you. Please
Yes,
have
yes. And without possible the support of other people in hospital team, the senior nurse or the respector and so on.
Okay, yes, a lot of people work there. Now let us listen to Halil. Statement 3.
The third one, details about the closest relative are taken from patients.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's mentioned, 1 second. I think it's mentioned, yeah, it's true.
Everything is true. Where is it mentioned? So will you read the sentence or just part of the sentence, which proves that
Okay.
it's true? This
It
is,
was something about kin, about next of kin for
This is
contact
the-
in case of emergency.
yes, you are right. Yes, here. Now let's go back to Abdelrahman. Abdelrahman, hello.
Yes, doctor.
Mhm.
What
Number
number
4.
of
Number 4.
patients have two numbers other than their phone numbers or one on their hospital records?
Mhm.
It's true.
Yes, but where is the information in the text that supports this statement?
Doctor, I want the number of page. Just a minute. Yes.
So which numbers other than telephone number are asked from the patients? This is about giving personal information, right?
Yes,
So
personal information, and
it says telephone numbers. And what are 2 other numbers?
Doctor, I think they write one addresses, telephone numbers, and also the next contact.
Mhm.
Yes, doctor, it's one.
Yes, telephone number. What are the other 2 numbers that the receptionists ask from the patient? This is the bottom of the page
Address.
of this paragraph, the last part of this paragraph.
Hospital number, you mean?
Exactly.
Or
This is,
just number.
and
And each-
National Health System number also. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that was Abdelrahman, right? Now Ahmad. Ahmad, hello. Is Ahmad here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Now number 5, please.
Okay, so patients have 2 numbers other
Number
than their phone
5.
number.
This is 4. You should read number 5.
Number 5.
Right.
Okay, the data collected need to be accurate.
Mhm. So find the place in the text that supports this idea.
Okay, wait a minute. So at various stage of the patient contact with the hospital, information is checked to make sure it is correct.
Exactly. Okay, good. And Mohammad Daib, please. Number 6.
Yes. Checks are carried out to make sure patients are who they say they are.
Mhm.
It's about the like at the various stages that patients contact with the hospital, information is checked to make sure that it's correct or not. And
Yeah.
also when it's arrived to a clinic, the patient may be asked about their GP's name or part of their telephone number, for example, the last 3 numbers. Then
Mhm.
during consultation, a nurse or a doctor may also ask about their date of birth, that it can help and it will be benefits for the patient to ensure that the hospital team does not make mistakes.
Exactly. Yes, it's very important. Well, so this is some information about just working as a cardiologist in the United Kingdom. And now, so first, let us just focus on the medical term presenting complaint one more time. We started speaking about this last class, and so actually this term is mostly used in Europe and in Canada, presenting complaint, and in the United States of America, they prefer the phrase chief complaint. And as you do remember, this is the initial concern which brings a patient to a doctor, the reason for which a patient approaches the doctor. And he so starts to describe his condition. And now, as you can see, just when a patient comes to the hospital, and so doctors should use Socrates model in the history of the presenting complaint to help them remember the main questions they need to ask about pain. This is just that they need to clear out all the details about pain, the character of pain, and so on. As you can see here, this model is described on this slide. You can see the word Socrates. It goes across down in just red letters, and each letter of this word stands for a question about pain. And so the first question should be about the site of pain. It means about location. Then onset. O stands for onset. This is about the beginning of pain, when it started. About the character. Now, last class we just read some adjectives that can describe character of pain, like dull, boring, just sharp, these kind of adjectives. So the doctor should ask about the character of pain. Radiation, this is the question about whether the pain radiates or moves from one part of the body to another part, for example, from the stomach to the back. Associations about the conditions associated with this pain. Timing, about how long so the pain lasts. The next E stands for exacerbating and alleviating factors. Exacerbating factors are the factors that can make the pain worse, and alleviating factors are factors making pain less severe. And the last letter S stands for severity, how strong the pain is. So this is the Socrates model. The doctors should follow in the when they meet their patient for the first time. And what are the questions? So we know what to ask, but what are the questions? How to form these questions? So about the site of pain. So what is the question?
Where is the location of the pain?
Okay. Onset.
Like when it start.
When did it start? Exactly, right? It's about the character of pain. Mhm.
What kind of pain?
Is it right? Mhm. Radiation now?
Do you experience pain somewhere else on your body?
Mhm, mhm. Associations? Associations? No idea about timing, maybe?
When did you start feeling the pain?
Okay, so, well, okay. About these factors, exacerbating and alleviating factors.
What factors make the pain worse and what factors make the pain better?
Exactly. And about severity of pain.
How
Right.
strong is
How
the pain?
bad?
The quality of
Largest.
state.
How strong? Somebody says. How strong
Yeah,
the pain is.
yes.
Mhm, mhm. How strong is the pain, actually? Well, these are the just some options, like possible just questions about site. Where exactly is the pain onset? When did it start? And was it constant, intermittent, gradual, or sudden? Because it's important sometimes to know whether the pain was sudden or it appeared gradually. About the character, what's the pain like? Sharp, burning, tight. You can suggest some adjectives to the patient, so they can choose from them to describe their pain. About radiation, does it radiate? Does it move anywhere? Associations. Is there anything else associated with the pain? For example, sweating, vomiting. So this is like about the associated conditions. Then timing. Does it follow any time pattern? How long did it last? It's not when it started, but how long did it last? And exacerbating and alleviating factors, you were right. Does anything make it better or worse? And about severity, how severe is the pain? Consider using the 9 to 10 scale. This is a good idea, just to suggest to describe like according to the scale, to describe the pain according to the scale. So here you can see these questions, and remembering, keeping in mind that just these points of the model Socrates. So a doctor is sure that they do not miss just any detail, do not miss any question in the conversation with the patient. Now, I think these questions are obvious, just. And now we are going to start listening to Dr. Martin and Mr. Wood. And we can see them in the picture here on the slide. So what is the doctor doing?
Is it palpitation?
Examination
He's examining his patient. Yes, he's listening to the lungs or his heart, right?
Or
Yeah.
check patient heart disease.
And what is the name of this instrument the doctor is using? Stethoscope. Okay. Yes, so we have just 1 minute left. That is why we need to